Alright guys, welcome to the second of two Scottish League Cup semi-final match previews. I'd like you to go and check out my first one I did on the channel, Hearts versus Celtic. This is going to be the preview for the Aberdeen versus Rangers game, which is happening at Hampden now. Aberdeen fans who are complaining about having to make the early kick-off, they said it didn't suit them. So the fixtures have been, or should I say the schedules have all been messed around. They've been fixed in order to try and accommodate Aberdeen, and really I'm not quite sure why they moaned, because they moaned about not being able to make it down and they're only bringing about 10,000-11,000 for the semi-final. Pathetic that they can't sell out Hampden. Come on, this is a big League Cup semi-final match against Rangers, you know what I mean, one of Aberdeen's main rivals, and they're only bringing 10, 11, 12,000 fans down. Fucking pathetic. Now, I don't want to come across as an Aberdeen hater here, but I think the fans are fucking shocking. I'm not saying all Aberdeen fans, but I mean, Derek Mcinnes, over the past 4 years, he did overachieve with Aberdeen. Whether you like it or not, he finished 4 years in a row. The year before that, he finished third, missed out in second, thanks to a last minute kick in the last game, a last minute goal. That's what cost him second place 5 years ago. He'd made a League Cup win. He had a League Cup win against Inverness, lifting a trophy there. I think he got a Scottish Cup final as well against Celtic. He was unlucky to lose to them. A couple of the seasons, I think they finished within single digits of Celtic. I could be wrong, but I think one of the seasons they only finished 9 points or something behind Celtic. So I mean, and the Aberdeen fans are complaining, saying they want McKenzie out, and he was overachieving. But you have to understand that during those times, Rangers were struggling after being, relegated down to the bottom league. Hibs and Hearts had also been out. And I said it at the start of the season, Aberdeen fans should have enjoyed being the second best club in Scotland, second best team finishing second, because that was always going to run out. As soon as Rangers, Hearts and Hibs got back into the Premier League and got back to full strength, Aberdeen were not going to have it their own way, and they haven't. And you can see this season, they're really struggling. I'll be honest, I think Aberdeen will do lucky to finish 6th. I think they'll finish behind Celtic, Hearts, Rangers, Hibs and Kilmarnock. Whether they can get 6th or not remains to be seen. I think they should. I mean, Livingston's doing great at the moment, but I think Livingston, I think they will die off a little as we get into the season. But I mean, Aberdeen fans, you should have been grateful for Derek McInnes, and now you're wanting him out. I agree. I think over the past, 18 months, 2 years, his signings have not been the best, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's did very well for Aberdeen. He's been the most successful Aberdeen manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. He's also showed loyalty. He turned down Rangers, turned down Sunderland. I think he also turned down West Brom. So I think you need to give the guy a break here. Yes, he's having a pretty poor season, but fuck me, you know what I mean? He's had 4 second place finishes in a row, plus he showed loyalty to a club that shows fucking zero loyalty to him. Fans are a mess, always on his back. Aberdeen board give him fucking zero money, and now they're begging after fans with this whole DNA thing where they get the fans to pay for the loan transfers, and then they're trying to get the fans to buy Football Manager through the Aberdeen website, so Aberdeen get a percentage of the money spent on the transaction. Fucking mess, Aberdeen. Sort your shite out. With that said, I hope Aberdeen beat Rangers, because it'll be easier for Hearts to beat Aberdeen in the final. Rangers, a lot of fans go mental. Gerrard's going to bring home title 55. He's going to stop 10 in a row. And then, they're slabbering about how Celtic have had a horrible start to the season. Yet Celtic still find themselves above Rangers in the league. So, interest in that. But at least Rangers are doing pretty well in Europe. Look like they're going to qualify through their group. Don't get me wrong, could still go either way, but at the moment I think they're sitting second. And I did not expect that. Rangers have done very well in Europe. I've got to give Gerrard credit. Yes, he's done well, but in the league they're still not really where they want to be. And, that is the bread and butter at the end of the day. It's great doing well in Europe, but it is the league where Rangers want to get back on top. And at the moment, Gerrard has not been able to do that. Anyway, for this game, Aberdeen... Apologies, man. Fucking need a drink. An alcoholic drink, preferably, but I'm working soon, so that will not be the case. Anyway, Aberdeen welcome Scotland defender Scott McKenna back from suspension. So I think Scott McKenna being back is a huge plus for Aberdeen. Without him, they'd be in big trouble, but I mean, that is a little bit of good news for them. Neil McGinn, Stevie May and Scott Wright are in contention. Hopefully they play. I think it'd be a better game without them. With them, should I say, but Stevie May's been fucking garbage since he returned. I don't get it. I think Stevie May played for St Johnstone, he was fantastic. He went down to England, and I just don't know what's happened to him. You might say, well, he got found out down south, but I don't even know if it's a case of that. I don't know, man. The guy's been shite. Perhaps he needs, I don't know, the right manager or something to get the best out of him, but he's not been good since he returned to Aberdeen, I'll tell you that much. Greg Tansey, Frank Ross, Tommy Hoban and Mark Reynolds are all missing. That'll be big blows for Aberdeen. How they can cope without them, it remains to be seen. Hopefully, though, they can do a good job. Rangers are without forwards. Alfredo Morales, who's suspended, and Kyle Laffey, who's cup-tied. That is crucial. I mean, who else do Rangers really have up front besides Morales and Kyle Laffey? I mean, I think they've got that Sadiq guy, but I mean, he's shit, let's be honest. He's crap. Who are they going to put up front? Maybe Jamie Murphy, will they play him up front? I don't know, man, it remains to be seen, but that is a massive blow. I was actually unaware of that until I read that right there, so that is crazy. Brasarich and Dorrans are out, another two big players, but Scott Arfield may return. Stephen Gerrard said, I'll go to Hampden like any other stadium with a game plan to win. I used to love playing in semi-finals as a player. The question I am asking the players is, can we win without Morales and Laffey involved? Wait and see for my game plan and what we are trying to do. We have had many big games this season. When you sign up as Rangers manager, it is for these big moments. We want a final and want to take our fans to a final. Aberdeen boss Derek McInnes said, I can understand Rangers being favourites for the game, and I can understand I can understand there is a lot expected of them. I think Stevens done a great job and they really imposed himself on the club. Rangers have always had a big squad. Rangers have always had big squads. Fucking hell, man. See at 4:30, it's hard to read this shit, I'm telling you. Anyway, let's try again. Rangers have always had big squads in the last few seasons, but I think they've got a better squad, clearly. I don't know, maybe, yeah, they probably do, actually, yeah. But we feel there are big performances in us. We feel we can beat anybody on our day, and we feel that to deliver another cup final appearance and a chance at silverware, we're going to have to deliver not just in possession and out of possession, but also that mentality to get the job done. So there you go, man. There is the manager's thoughts on this semi-final. And I don't know, guys. I expect Aberdeen to turn up and play very negative. I expect them just to try and contain Rangers, try and stop Rangers from scoring, and look to win this by 1-0. Whether that'll happen or not, I'm not too sure. I think Derek McInnes' job could be on the line here. I mean, I don't necessarily think a loss to Rangers would get him fired, but I think if it was a humiliating loss to Rangers, or if Aberdeen has had an absolute awful game, if he got the tactics completely wrong and Aberdeen had a stinker, then I think the pressure on him from the fans will be immense. And man, you never know. This could be Derek McInnes' last game, or it could prove, everybody wrong, and he could beat Rangers. I mean, I think it's unlikely. I just think going into this, Rangers are, showing a lot more form than Aberdeen. I think Rangers just look more likely to win this game than Aberdeen. Aberdeen always struggle with the big games. That hasn't changed this season. Aberdeen not playing well, out of form. I just don't see Aberdeen winning this, but then again, that could be the time Aberdeen do win it, because in the past you thought, right, Aberdeen's playing well, they can win these big games, and they haven't. So Aberdeen are playing shite at the moment, and you're thinking, well, they can't win these big games, so maybe they will, who knows. But I'm going to go with Rangers winning this one, 2-0. Let me know. But then again, I just remembered that Lafferty and Morales isn't playing, so who knows. But fuck it. Before that, I thought Rangers would win 2-0. I'm just going to go with 2-0, but don't get me wrong, without Morales and Lafferty, that will be a big blow. But, I mean, like McInnes said, Rangers do have a big squad. Will they be able to deal with it? Well, we'll find out tomorrow, won't we? Anyway, let me know your predictions for the match down below. So I'm predicting a Hearts-Rangers final. I think it'd be a tasty final, but I would love to get Aberdeen in the final, because I think they're very beatable, and I believe Hearts would be massive favourites in that game. So that's it, guys. Another match preview on Son of Scotland 90. Hopefully, I'll get Son of Scotland TV back sooner rather than later. Just keep checking out for it. It says it's temporary, not temporary. It says it's definitely indefinitely suspended. But I'm hoping to get that to get that refolked pretty soon. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Another match preview for the Scottish Cup semi-final. Until next time, peace.